The question words, most of the time, they are known as the WH word. The WH word. So today we are going to see some of them. So let's do it. Now, the first one we are going to see, it's who. So who, we use it to refer to a person. For example, if I'm going to make a sentence with who, if I'm going to refer to someone, I say, who is that? So someone will answer, that is Nancy. So we are talking about a question. We made a question with it. Who, for example, if I say, who is your father? And you may answer, Juan is my father. So we see the first WH word, who. So the second one we are going to see is where. So where, it refers to places. To places. So whenever I use where, I'm referring to places. For example, if I say, where do you live? So you will answer, in Boston. Or if I want to ask another question, I say, where is your dad? And you will answer, my dad is at home. Now, the next one we are going to see, it's talking about reason. It's why. My student used to ask a lot of questions saying, why, teacher? So it's asking for reason. Asking for reason. So the first question I will ask, it would be, why do you sleep early? Because normally I don't sleep early. So because currently I am doing this class, it's approximately 11, almost midnight. I don't like to sleep early. So the question is, why do you sleep early? So when you're asking for reason, they will give you reason. So the person answer the questions by saying, because it's a word we use to answer why questions. Because I've got to get up I have to get up early. And how would you answer? Because it's. Now, please, I want you to answer these questions. Your answer in the comment below. When. We use when whenever we are referring to time. So we see when. So we are going to refer to time. So whenever we see time, what time is it? So we're referring to time. So the first question I'm going to use is, when do you go to work? So I would answer at 7 o'clock. Well, in my case, it's not. For example, in my case, I don't go to work at 7 o'clock. I start working at, I start working at 9. So that was for the word when. So the next one we are going to see, it's going to be a word that it's very useful. We use it a lot of time. It's the beautiful word how. Yeah, you can see that this is a word that we use a lot of time. But when we use how, we are talking about manner. Manner, or the way we do something, like way, manner. You see? So we're talking about how. So how, the first question you will ask, so I know you can ask a lot of questions, because when you see this word, you say, well, teacher, you're talking about, teacher, you say you're going to talk about what we call WH, and you use how. Yes, how has W and H here. It's a little bit different, but it's still a question word. So what I say, for example, the question I ask, how do you go to work? How do you go to work? So I will answer by car. Or I can answer also by bus. Another question with how, because we have too many questions that exist to use how. For example, if the person say, how are you doing? The person answer the question and say, I am doing fine. Great. So now, the next one we are going to see, yes, we use it a lot too. It's a very common one. So the name of this one is what. So we use what, the word what, especially when we're referring to an object. I'm sorry, let me use it. When we're referring to an object or referring to an idea or maybe an action. For example, what do you do? So I will answer, for example, I am a teacher. Or she will answer, I am an engineer. Another one will answer, I am an architect. Which you see, whenever we use which, it's when we are talking about choice. When we talk about choice, to choose, to select, to make a selection. You see? And you can even talk about maybe preference, right? Maybe we're talking about preference. So the first question I will ask is, which one do you prefer? And she will answer, the red one, or the blue one. You see? So let's going to make like a quick recap. So we have seen which when we're referring to choice, to choose and selection. So we have seen what we use what when we're talking about an object, idea, or action. We see how when we're talking about manner. And also we have seen whenever we are referring to time, and why when we're talking about reason, where when we're talking about place, and also who. So let's see how many do we have seen today. How many question words? We have seen number 1, who, referring to person. 2, where, referring to places. 3, why, referring to reason, a reason. We have seen 4, when, referring to time. We have seen how when we're talking about manner. We have seen what when we're referring to object or idea or action. And we have seen which is the 7th one, whenever we're talking about choice. So this is all for today, talking about question words. So whenever you need to ask a question, now you have the question word you need to ask the question. If you have any additional question or you want to ask me any question using these words, so you can put a comment